What is up, folks? We here on the Weebaholic podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. I have two returning guests at this point. You know them. You guys can introduce yourself. Anybody can introduce yourself first.
I'll go ahead and introduce myself first. My fault. This is Rayshawn from the Rayshawn Gatson Anime Podcast. You guys can just search me up on Google at rgap2.
Okay.
Hey, yes, sir. It's your boy ACV as well. Okay, Light Skin Baka. You already know what it is.
Okay. Bet. Thanks for coming on. Before we get an episode, remember, go check our Gap's podcast out. We just in it.
I think your intro sound light skin, low key.
Well, I sound like
no, the way he introduced himself, I could tell he was light skinned.
And I'm not even gonna front. I said this last video. I'm not even gonna front, but bro, I smoked before coming, bro. That's my eyes are kind of low, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, introduction. I'm gonna say just my names. I'll be like, I'm good, bro.
Can't blame you, bro.
You might edit that out too. It's all good.
I got the bong on the side of the thing. You ain't saying nothing new.
Woo! I respect that.
This is an 18+ channel. They'll be okay.
You're right.
Anyways, you guys can go follow us, Anime Again Show, Twitter, Anime Again Show, Instagram, Anime Again Show, on TikTok. You can follow our podcast, all podcasting platforms. You can follow Rashid at IG.lens for his photography page and his Twitch at RNC Dark. What days do you stream?
Mondays and Fridays, so at 5.
Bet. Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting to say that, but yeah.
Okay, bet. So today we will be ranking all your favorite new gen shonens from S to D or have not seen and watch. I'm gonna share the screen with the guys, and then we will get it started.
Yes, sir.
Can't leave my Pornhub tabs open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Close all that porn up, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah. It'd be rough. So we have.
Oh, you got some nice pics down here.
Yeah,
for real.
It ain't my list, but I actually did go through and put some.
Oh, it ain't your list.
I went through.
You need to give the person who made the list credit. Then
they did the first top. I did like the bottom one. I did like this second half or whatever. Like I just found some, but yeah, we got.
Honestly, this is looking a really good list.
So
it's really that Mars show. I'm surprised that's on there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of manga.
I remember like.
Yeah.
I haven't read enough.
Yeah.
Who wants to choose first?
You go ahead. Our host, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you go ahead. You handle that.
All right. I'm gonna go.
Try to name the ones we don't know.
I'm gonna go with Promise Neverland. I'm on anime.
Okay.
I'm anime only, so no manga for anybody out there or anybody on this episode. Season 1, I thought was really, really cool. Season 2 was a fucking dumpster fire. So off that, I'm going D. That's gonna be my first D. I think the plot of season 1 is amazing. I think season 1 is really, really, really good. But I do think season 1 might have been a little dragged out for people. I can see that criticism. Maybe you could kind of see it coming. If you've been watching anime for a minute, you'd be like, oh, that's them being like basically meat for aliens isn't really nothing that crazy. And then season 2 was just so bad to where I'm like, do I really even care how great season 1 really was? So for me, I'm gonna go D.
I think if I were to rate it, I probably would give it a C. And the only reason is because the first season, it grabbed my attention. I read the manga, so I already knew second season was going to be a disappointment. So, I mean, I never watched the second season. So, purely going off of what I remembered, I'm going to give it a C.
Gotcha.
I mean, I personally, I never watched it. So, you know, we can put it anywhere. And I don't even feel like watching it either. You know what I mean? But
season one is worth watching. I think season 1 is really worth watching. I think it's only 12 episodes too. You can probably finish it in like a day or 2 days.
And I do hear the manga is really great though. So you know what I mean. So yeah.
Got you. Rishi, what you thinking?
I was also gonna put in C mainly because the first season was really good. It got me interested. I love the plot. I love where they was taking it. But season 2 kind of ruined the whole thing to the point that I completely did have to drop the anime. I'm about to pick up the manga. I've been meaning to, but I haven't done it in a minute. But but C.
I'm okay with C because the season 1 was pretty good. So like I'm okay with C. I thought season 2 was like so bad. It was just like Okay. So first C. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna go ahead and go Boruto. Let's do Boruto.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's be toxic. No, I'm saying, I'm kidding.
I'm not gonna be toxic because I'm rating this off the manga, so I'm going straight S.
Oh, okay. That S?
Straight S. I wish
I'm
they
sorry.
had S. But
God, oh, bro. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to disagree. Even though, okay, so I've read.
Are you caught up with it?
No, not at all. Like I was reading the
okay.
manga,
So you just...
and I dropped it like 2 years ago, I'd say. So yeah, and for me, I really enjoyed the manga. Like when I was reading it, but not to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep this in my rotation every week. And the anime, I think, is just dookie. You know what I mean? Oh, it's just.
When the last time you watched the anime, if you might be asking?
Probably in like 2019 or something.
Okay, I just wanted
okay,
to
no, wait, no.
see where you stopped at. So everybody kind of stopped in the beginning of Boruto. I'm telling y'all need to jump in to what's happening right now. This is about to take over. It's about to take over. We have some crazy shit about to happen in the next chapter.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I saw the spoilers on Twitter.
I also don't agree with the ranking. I get what you mean that a lot of people stopped at the beginning of Naruto. I kind of kept going and made it to halfway. It's just the only reason what that really makes the show bad, like the anime version. It takes too long to get to the actual point. It takes very long.
See, but I feel like that's hard. I feel like that's a hard thing because I feel like you're grading it off of Naruto. When you got to think, Naruto started off the same way. It started off slow. They had the beginning missions before the shit actually started popping. Like, in my opinion, Naruto didn't really start into the tuning exams. But you might have a different opinion.
No, Zabuza and Haku and everything, like that was
Naruto Bridge and all that stuff.
And with Iruka, like the first,
I mean, I just like there's not much going on in Boruto in the beginning like that. There's not, really isn't. Like, okay, his friend or whatever turned into like some kind of creature and she was trying to destroy the village at some point, but that didn't really last long. That was
what about what's his name leaving the village? They had a little mini Sasuke arc, but that shit was good. Yeah, Anoki's death episode, that was low key. Like,
look, I'm
just gonna try to get this as high as I can. I feel like y'all going to shoot this under C, so I'm trying to get this as high as I can.
No, you see, like I think that's what I just realized. I'm like, okay, like I would like. If I was on Twitter, I'd be slamming the fuck out of it, and I'd be like, "Yeah, no, this deserves to be like F or G." But like, in all honesty, I know I can't put it like lower than C, but I just would not put it higher than B either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I also agree with ACV because, like, honestly, I was just gonna put it in C because I get that the potential is there. It is exciting at the moment, but it's truthfully from a standpoint of starting it and picking it up. When you tell someone to pick it up, they have to get through all the boring stuff to actually get to what's exciting. Like you're saying, all the exciting stuff is where it's currently caught up. That's too long.
Rashawn, I have a question. Rashawn, I have a question. If you were to like try to put somebody on a Boruto without watching Naruto, like I know that's probably can't happen, something like that. Would you think somebody would enjoy Boruto without knowing Naruto?
I do. I believe people who haven't seen Naruto. I feel like if you've seen Naruto, you have a bias. Most people who like Boruto right now is one of the most popular animes in Japan.
Yeah,
so
but
it's hard to.
That's off the strength of like the Naruto franchise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not really fair because there's no other anime that has that background, right?
Well,
except for
Black
Dragon
Clover
Ball, you know.
I mean, that's in that same category.
But they don't have the Naruto, background to jump off. Like, Boruto started off as the number one anime. You know what I mean? Like, because of Naruto, like
because of what everyone was
expecting.
Yeah, after Naruto, because it was somewhat like the next generation after Naruto, and that's kind of like continuation of it. Like what Dragon
Okay,
Ball?
so explain to me, what would you expect in Boruto to do? Would you expect Boruto to be as strong as Naruto in the beginning?
No one expects that. People were excited to see where it was going. It's just that it took too long. It's like truthfully, the reason why I don't like it is because it's very slow, very slow.
And for me in the anime, like everything that's before the story. And for me, I never made it to the story, like to what was happening in the manga. But like all of that is filler, and it's not good filler. You know what I mean? Like you're like it's up against like the Demon Slayers, the JJK, like such great iconic animes of its time. Like it just doesn't stand to that level, in my opinion.
Okay, I feel you. So I'm not gonna keep us on Boruto all day.
So but you fought good for it though. That was a good fight for it.
I'll rate it C. I rate it.
Baka, would you rate it?
Yeah, C as well.
Okay. I'm gonna give my last take. I'm kind of conflicted because I've been reading it recently. Not all the way caught up, maybe like 40 chapters behind or whatever. I think it's better than C. Would I go S? I don't know. I think what's about to happen, like the way it's set up, I think is really good. I think the power, like new power-ups and stuff like that, is pretty dope. I do think Baruto and Sadara's connection is going to be pretty great. I'm excited to see if Sadara does become the first Uchiha Hokage. There's a lot of cool stuff that we could be seeing within the next 2 to a year to 3 years, something like that. But I will say, I think I'm not even comparing it to Naruto. I say from any anime, it has one of the slower starts. I think, I feel like if you try to put somebody on that, they're gonna be like, if you let's say somebody's first anime, they're gonna be like, oh nah, I don't want to.
Okay, what anime is y'all considering has these fast starts?
Demon
Slayer,
Fire Force, JJK.
Demon Slayer had a slow start.
Like I think
Demon Slayer. What you said, Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer
had
a really
like what, 12 or 24 episodes?
Yeah, it does.
That's already a shorter manga.
But in the beginning, it's truthfully, obviously, just an introduction.
Right.
Clearly, but it's just that compared the beginning of Demon Slayer compared to Boruto, to be honest, is shorter because they're the slowness of the things that like it's trying to get you prepared, to get you set in for everything that's going to happen. I feel like Boruto takes longer in that aspect. Besides Demon Slayer,
which might not be fair because
but it's a shorter manga though. I don't understand.
Yes, it's shorter.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind putting it in low B. If you guys want to compromise and put low B, I don't mind.
I said B, right?
Yeah,
you said
low
C.
B though, low B.
C, Baka said B, Rashawn said S, so that's what.
No, I said low B. Like
I just said B.
Like as we fill it up,
I just said B.
All right, let's.
Baka, your go.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll go for an S tier as well. Chainsaw Man, just it's S easily. Like it's just like the story is crazy. Like the action is crazy. The pacing is crazy, and like it's just like I don't know. It's like it's so mature, but like also not at the same time. It's as if a seinen was put as a shonen. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and it's just top tier for everything. I love it. I love it so much.
Okay. Rashawn, have you read Chainsaw Man or anything?
I haven't read it.
Okay.
All right. I'll go. Truthfully, I also agree. Chainsaw Man, straight S. Absolutely love it. The story, the setting, the main character is very, actually in a unique way, kind of different in his own way. Everything is, as you explained it perfectly. It's seinen main shonen. It's just what else you can say about it? It's
right.
Yeah.
All right. You done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
I'm gonna go A, and I don't know why I'm gonna go A. I think Chainsaw Man is really good. I think the main characters. I think he's a little unique, different. I think the side characters are dope. I love the fact that everybody in that show is gonna fucking die. Like everybody.
Yo, spoiler warning, bro.
Everybody gets it, besides the main character and like the other girl, devil or whatever the fuck.
I'm behind, but last time I checked, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like,
bro. Definitely, I think you should edit this part out of the video. You just spoiled it for everybody.
Oh yeah, I'll put like cards or something like that. So just like that. But I'm like on chapter 70. I'm not completely caught up. 60 maybe like that. I think it's A. Maybe I need to read more. Maybe I don't think it's just S. I'm gonna say A. But you guys said S, so you out. You two outweigh me. So Chainsaw Man's our first S of the day.
Let's go.
All right. Back to me. I'm gonna go with something I think is unanimous. It's gonna be S. Black Clover. I think Black Clover is gonna be one of the best new gens. It might even because it might be a little older now, 2015. I guess still new gen. Black Clover.
Yeah.
The manga's been heat. The anime's heat. My biggest complaint is that the anime is really start is really slow. I think is a great character, like side character. I think I have great side characters, Captain Yami, the Black Bulls. I just think everything about the show is just great and it's shonen. I'm gonna go S for me. It's pretty easy.
Has anyone not seen it or?
I haven't seen most of it. I started when it started and the manga as well at the same time, but then I dropped it. It wasn't my favorite, like, so I wouldn't put it at S, but also I wouldn't slander it like for real because one, like the hype is crazy on Twitter for like this past arc, everything that's going on, and two, I just know like it's not because let's say it didn't hit for me at that point that it's not fire, you know what I mean? Like it's clear it has a huge community, like it earned its spot, in the top dogs. So yeah, but if I would say there's one thing that kind of turns me off is a bit the art. I think the art isn't as good as like most S tier, but even then, I'm saying that with a grain of salt,
The anime or the manga?
Oh, the manga. And actually, I mean, the anime is probably, I would say, is technically worse in terms of quality than the manga. But yeah, but still, like y'all can put it anywhere, and I'll agree. To be honest.
Oh yeah. Well, I get exactly what you mean by when it comes to art because I never really paid that much attention to it, but there has been times where it was just bad, especially in anime.
Yeah, the anime did have.
Yeah, but overall they improved, so I definitely love and respect that part. They definitely improved later on, got much better. But overall, I also agree with Gensho. I think it's
if I had to give my opinion,
yeah.
What's up?
S2.
Oh, was you talking, Rishi, or?
I mean, I was, but if you want, you can just go ahead.
Oh no, my fault. You can go.
No,
that's why I was like, I thought you had already went. My fault. Go.
Oh no, it's all good. So I'd also say S. I really enjoy the show. Where I'm not completely caught up. I'm like 5 chapters behind, but where it's at right now, it goes crazy. I'm absolutely loving everything about it. I'm super hyped. It's awesome.
All right. Rashawn, what you think?
Yeah.
All right. If I had to give my opinion on it, like I read the manga weekly. I think it's pretty fire. It's probably like one of my weekly reads with like a few other anime down here I see. So I'll give it an S. A lot of reason for like the animation problems is because it started off in like a small studio because they didn't even think it was gonna get as big as it did. And they
shout out to them taking that chance.
Episodes out.
And it wasn't seasonal, it was weekly too. It wasn't seasonal, like they were doing it year round, like every week,
Shout out to them.
That was pretty much their way to try to market their anime. Because basically it didn't have like the animation problems. And in the beginning, they used to have Asta he used to scream a lot, but then the fans comment on that shit and they basically took that out. So I mean, it's basically like a work in progress anime. They literally taking feedback as it's happening. Kind of like how they do South Park. How South Park is literally made within the same week as it come out.
Okay.
Which is good. Like I think it's a good sign. If an anime production actually listens to the fan, then that's like even more reason to be like, okay, no, like they're doing a good job,
Yeah,
no, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Rashid, is your go?
Yeah, look, I don't know if anyone knows about this. Kaiju number 8.
So I know the manga.
Yeah,
but like I haven't started it, but it's literally at the top of my to read list, and like so I have high regards for it.
I haven't read it yet.
I absolutely love it. I'm not going to put an S because it's not even finished or like even halfway. It's like 20 chapters in currently. for where I'm at.
Mm.
I said A, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah, I think
I would put it in A. I absolutely love it. The plotting, the setting is very interesting because I don't know if anyone likes monsters or anything. It's not mecha, so you don't have to worry about that. But it does deal with kaijus, which is like, if you know Godzilla, or whatever, it's kind of like that, but on a scarier scale, to be honest, because they're actually intelligent. And just the straight up plot is like the main character gets infected. He's human, but he's half kaiju. So like, it's actually awesome. Where I'm at currently, I'm loving it. It's
Okay.
So I got a question. Is it more like Tokyo Ghoul or Attack on Titans?
Honestly,
are they turning into big monsters, or
they're not even really turning into big monsters? Like,
okay. No, when you use the Godzilla prayer, when you said that, I was thinking like, God.
Yeah, there is monsters that big, but like the ones like, so just, it's not really spoiling, but they have certain kaijus that are numbered because those are stronger kaijus and those are the intelligent ones. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Dope.
Baka, it's your go now, right?
Yeah. Or I'll just go with Mob Psycho. Okay. I think that's an S tier. I'm sorry. I think right. You know, like I think now that we have
that 3 S's. I'll give that one 3 S's.
Right, 3 S's. And especially with this new season, I think it's just the story developed. Like it's a great story. The character developed as well. Like
you saying this is season 3 or you talking about season 2?
No, I'm saying like with both seasons, season 1 and season 2.
I thought you was about to hold up. I didn't see that.
And then now looking forward, like to season 3. Yeah, just S tier. It's easy. It yeah.
It's brought to you by the same people that brought you One Punch Man. I love all the references.
Same creator.
I'm a sucker for overpowered main character anime, so just having Mob as the main character, low key, just fucking. I love Mob as a main character. I really love. What's the weight guy's name? I can't think of the name.
I forget. They have like that. They have a club, like the club name too. Whatever.
Yeah.
But those 3 dudes that be hyping up Mob, I fucks with them. I like their whole little friendship and how that all worked around. And I like the fact that even though Mob has all these powers, his thing that haunts him and his only weakness is like just being regular. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. Rishi, you said anything about Mob, right? Did you say anything
about no, I have not said anything about Mob. I also agree. As most definitely.
I agree. As
yeah,
like,
I mean,
Mob Psycho is great.
Yeah,
like I mean, y'all kind of both hit the nail like on the coffin for me.
Yeah,
it's an easy yes.
But low-key people don't talk about it like that. Like we all have those animes where like, oh yeah, that's an automatic top S tier. But like people always forget to mention Mob. I find
No, Mob Psycho's an S tier anime for me.
You know why I think so? Because I think it's not broken down like your conventional arcs. So it's hard to pick a specific like part of Mob you like. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. Just going off of just why I don't think people talk about it. It's even though it's one of the best animes though. Like every person I put on, like just the colors, the animation, and just how everything works is just lit.
Got you. Rashawn, it's your turn, brother.
I want to do this. Actually, I changed my mind. Oh, let's do Demon School.
Which
one? I might have read it.
Right here.
I don't think I read it.
You right on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. I haven't read it. What you think?
I'm gonna have to give that one a cold S. No, I'm gonna give it an
A. Okay.
Only reason I probably would have gave it an S is because it's an isekai, but I'm gonna grade it an A. I've read past where the anime stops. This is pretty much a weekly manga. I don't know if you guys even know that or if y'all even kept up on it, but it's a pretty cool story. I like the whole high school gimmick of it and him trying to climb up to being the number 1 demon basically in the underworld. So
okay.
I haven't read it or watched it, so I totally will go with whatever y'all say.
Yeah. Okay. I've read it. I read it first before I even figured out the anime was even out. Wait, a long time ago, because I used to dumpster dive in like the manga app I have. I used to dumpster dive in the manga app I have and look for isekai. I would read all types of isekais for no reason.
I feel like I do that today every day.
But I absolutely love it. I agree. It's an A. I wouldn't say S mainly because I'm like in the manga, I'm like 3-4 arcs behind. I'm like kind of halfway through. So I can't really say much or how much has changed and it's been a minute since I read or watched it, to be honest. I really need to go back and finish it. Truthfully.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised on how good it is.
Yeah, it's really
being
good.
Being an isekai, because isekai stories tend to
be the same.
I'll be the same.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, eventually at the end it started to be like kind of boring. You know, eventually what's gonna happen. They fade out, basically.
Yeah, it has a great cast, honestly. Great bonus. You can grow and love.
I love it.
They talk
what
about
you,
individually at some point.
I haven't read it. I've heard it. Rashid talks to me about it frequently, but I haven't read it. But I'll read it. I'll read it if it's worth it. I'll read it. So
yeah, same out. Yeah,
that both agreed. Hey. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we back on me. I'm gonna go with something recently, and I recently just got animated. I'm only anime only for this. Platinum End from the same creator that made Death Note. I finished all the anime like last night. I think the premise of it's pretty cool. You could say a lot of people have said this type of generic, killing yourself to become God things happens a lot. I think it's really cool. I think the main character is interesting. I would say B. I would say B. For Platinum Man.
So I haven't watched it. I haven't watched this one either, but it's definitely on my to watch list. Like, it just looks epic as well. Like, but yeah.
Okay. What about you, Rayshawn? Have you seen or watched it?
Which anime we talking about?
Platinum Man. This one right here. It came out. The anime just came out.
I haven't seen it.
But the manga has been like out for like 2015. It's been out for a minute.
Oh, damn.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Well, in my opinion, I haven't finished it. I'm still like halfway. I'm like episode 6. So I need to hurry up and finish Platinum Man. I've just been binge watching One Piece. So I haven't really gotten
Hey, I love to hear that.
But nah, what you think?
I think it's a definite A. Truthfully, even from where I'm at right now, I'm absolutely loving it. Well, not from. Let me back down. I'm enjoying it. I think the premises behind it is very interesting, very critique. I mean, I know there's like a lot of shows that probably with the whole godhood thing kind of aspect, but I feel like they do it in a different manner than those. Mainly because sometimes they start off as gods and then kind of descend back down and try to reach it back up. You're completely normal human, and your job is to literally replace God amongst all these other candidates. And the main character, obviously, surprisingly enough,
he's not a loser, but he's not like winning a life. Yeah, he's just a regular.
Yeah, and he's not that ambitionist, which is interesting for something as great as being the god for being God.
Because the current god is like dying, like he's like 3,000 years old, so he's dying, so we have to find a new god type thing. Can we say B?
Yeah, I can agree with B. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know why, but that was kind of sounding like KK or something like that.
A little.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can find a show like this anywhere. So that's what I was saying. Rashid, your go.
All right. Since I pointed out it earlier, because I was trying to figure what it was, because I couldn't see it. Undead Unluck. Has anyone read it? It's no anime, but
I haven't read it, but it looks so hype, yo.
Yes, that one.
Okay, I haven't read it.
So a brief description is about this guy who's pretty much an undead. He can't die whatsoever, no matter what kind of manner. And he meets this one, and his whole goal is to die. But he meets this one girl who's our main character, main protagonist, whose her special ability is extremely bad luck. And he wants to stick around with her because he feels like she can achieve his dreams of death. So
that sounds fun.
And it's like, it's hard to explain because I'm still in the beginning stages, but like I love it because first the main plot of it, okay, superpowers and all that stuff, yeah, but like just the route of it is kind of different in my
the premise is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's really unique
because you got me thinking about being basically immortal and then trying to die off by a girl that has bad luck. It makes
Yeah,
you
and they
think
find
like,
like
what
some
kind
kind
of
of
bad luck is she having?
That's true, and I think her luck, like the bad luck, depends on the form of physical contact with her or whatever. So so it has some comedic things and with that premise that's going on.
Gotcha.
But I would go with B. I haven't really gotten that far. I'm literally like 10 chapters in or something. But so far I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Okay. All right, I want to warn y'all before we even go. My Zoom is acting weird. I got 4 minutes left. Rashawn, I know you got to go somewhere. Do you still have enough time? I think we could finish, whatever. But we can get through maybe like one more. Let's do one more, whatever. Is that
okay? We probably can do one more.
Yeah. Baka, it's your goal, brother.
I'm gonna have to push my agenda and take JJK and put it like S tier, but before Chainsaw Man. You know what I mean? Like, just because, like, bro, like, to me right now it's the best new gen. The story just gets better and better. The characters just get so much doper and doper. The fighting and the power system is just so unique and like, bro, like, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, and like fucking Gojo is just a goat. Like, what you want me to say, bro? Gojo alone, that's it.
Feel.
Exactly, and like, fucking JJK top tier. I'm being toxic about it.
All right, Rachel, what you think?
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give that an A.
Okay.
And the only reason why I give it an A instead of like an S is because, I mean, all the moments have been great and they're all that. I'm still just kind of waiting for something bigger. Like that, like, that like Super Saiyan moment, like in Dragon Ball. I still just feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is like, it's getting your focus and it's preparing you for something. So I'm waiting to see what it's preparing me for.
I mean, you're on. Did you just like you're on anime only, or did you read the manga?
I'm on the manga. I'm only in about 100 on like chapter 100.
So you're still in the flashback with Gojo and
yeah.
Okay. That, you know what? If I was at that point, I'd probably put it in S, but I put it in lower S. So it's not like he's saying anything. Like, it makes sense.
I'm not saying it's bad or not. I really do like it.
Yeah.
I just
S is like up there.
I feel like if I give you S,
I mean,
I read you every week. Jujutsu Kaisen, I can probably let that slip for like a month.
You said that now, but I promise you, the arc after this, you're gonna call JJ like it's like everybody has been talking about Shibuya. It's like Shibuya really is.
I mean, I see it. I mean, these new manga writers coming in are actually taking these shonen stories and making them about something. You know what I mean? They're not about your old just power up and bullshit. No, these have story, substance, and shit. Even the girl with the hammers, she low key one of my favorite female characters, and I feel like female characters in anime always get treated like bullshit. So
like shit, the female characters in JJK are crazy.
Let me go. Let me just hurry up because we got like a minute. I'm not completely caught up. I'm in the start of the Shibuya arc. So for me, I agree with Rashawn. Like, no moment has been like crazy stand out from. Like, I enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll get merch. I'll get posters. I really like the characters, but I need that. Like, I just feel like I'm just missing something when I read it, and it's like it's really, really good. But I'm not all the way caught up to, so that's another thing for me. Right where I'm at this moment right now, I would say like a top of A for me.
For sure, Rashid before it cuts him.
All right, me, I would definitely say S, mainly because I'm not really caught up. I'm like 10, 15 chapters behind, but it gets hot after all. Okay, it just keeps going. Yeah,
that got me wanting to just go ahead and binge this.
Bro, I'm saying I binge when I got to your point. I binge, and then now I binge it all of Shibuya, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I had a headache. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I'm gonna stop sharing, and we're gonna come back to the JJK so we can figure out the rank it, so we can get out of here. And
no problem.
All right,
yeah, the edit's gonna be
a little choppy.
Fun to do.
A little choppy.
No.
But all right. So we were talking about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Me, Rashawn said A because of where we were. You guys said S. Is there any way we can compromise and say off maybe
Top
low
of A.
low S or top A.
I mean, we could definitely put it like behind all of the three of the S for me. But I think if we put it in A, it wouldn't be right with Black Clover up there. You know what I mean? In a sense,
Right.
you know, I think they're on par. They're on par. You know,
I mean, I guess it's not fair to have this conversation since Rashana here because JJK, even anime wise, is way better than like the Star Black Clover. Like way because Send feels better.
Oh yeah.
So I'm cool with JJK ass. I'm cool with JJK.
Yeah, but we can put it low S like you said if you want.
Yeah.
I would say JJK is better than Mom. I just need to see more. That's all.
Hey, it's not gonna be the last time we do this tier list. You know what I mean?
No,
Let's
for
see
sure.
what new gens are at the end of the year. So
For sure. The orders are totally messed up. So we can go me, Rashid, and you, Baka. I forgot who chose Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't remember, but
it was me.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just go. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Demon Slayer. Funny story about Demon Slayer. Me and Rashid was in Japan when it was literally like in episode 6 were coming out. Before the hype was there, and Rashid was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a pretty dope series." He was like, "I don't know how big it's gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty big." We was in Japan, going through stores, hearing Lisa, her intro playing everywhere, literally everywhere.
What y'all? That's crazy. I wish I would have seen that in Japan.
No, it was crazy. It was crazy. And I think Demon Slayer stories is easy to digest. It's simple. It's fun. It's the classic shonen. I would say top of B for me. I don't think it does anything to be S. I don't think it's superior to some of the shows we have in S. I don't know about A because some of these series or whatever, like I haven't read. But for me, I will go top of B. I think it's a good show. I think it gets a lot of slander. I think from what I've heard, at least, people enjoy the anime. The anime is better than the manga. A lot of people have said that for them because of the way it's visualized and stuff like that. And, you know, I think people slack on it too much. I don't think animation carries it. I think animation enhances it. So I would say top of B. I think it's a really good, enjoyable story.
Truthfully, I would
go ahead.
Yeah. Truthfully, I would go top of A mainly because I absolutely love that show. That honestly, one of the shows that actually got me into manga because back then, once I finished season 1, I actually did not read manga whatsoever. So another something that pushed me forward to manga reading, as well as
you said top A.
Yeah, top A. Yeah. I wouldn't say S mainly because it's like you said, simplistic. It's a basic casual shonen, to be honest, following that shonen route. But I love simple things, and they do a very good simple way. Like it just meets a T to the point that it's just nice, and the visuals. I truthfully, I do hate when people say, "Oh, it's not a good show. The only thing it's going for is literally the visuals." I do hate when people say that because there's more than the visual. It's just that it's simple. It's easy to digest. There's nothing crazy going on. There's no whole world domination. There's not a ton of world building or anything like that. It's simple and straight to.
It's a great gateway.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of the great gateway animes for this new gen for sure. So top it. What you feeling, Baka? What you feeling?
I feel the same way in the sense of it's like it's made to be an entertaining story. Like that's it. Like as in like they want you to just sit down and enjoy this, and like that's how I feel. Ironically though, I did not like Dragon Slayer at first. I actually dropped it. I watched like 4 or 5 episodes, and I was like, this is just, I just don't get it. I dropped it, and like it took like I think for a whole year I didn't go back to it, and then I went back to it and obviously gave it a chance, and then I fell in love with it. Like it's definitely one of my favorite animes right now. But you know, my point is just the same as you guys. Like a lot of people say animation carries, like, but for me, I would be proud to be like, yeah, like the animation is really.
There's a lot of anime that come out now. The animation isn't good.
Yep.
Exactly, and I'm like, for me, Demon Slayer has the best animation out right now out of all the animes out, and I'm like, that should be a good thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like that should just be an extra point for them. Like you get go ahead. Yeah.
So what would you rate it, Broski?
I'd rank it as well A.
Okay.
A as well. And because I haven't read, the two right here, I don't know if I can put them before, but I feel like I probably can. I feel like top 8 would be.
What do you say, top 8?
Yeah, I said top 8. I finished the manga and everything. Like, yeah.
And the person who read this, okay. Rashid, what about you?
Let's go with. I'm pretty sure you guys don't know this. Because me and Rashawn was saying it like right before the start of the recording. MASH.
MASH, no.
Right here. I don't think there's any anime of it, but I do read the manga. I'm completely caught up. I think a new chapter probably came up from the past probably 2 weeks, but I absolutely love it. It's very comedic, and it's one of those stories where the main character he doesn't have like something that makes you actually. The story is kind of like Black Clover in the beginning, like the main start of it. Main character is born. He doesn't have any magic or anything like that, because there's also in a magic setting, like a wizard magic setting. But instead, they have these marks across their face, and that determines on how skilled you are. So it's kind of very birth given power. So, which is very interesting, and he's kind of like the person who's trying to destroy like the whole ideal of, all right, you need magic to survive in this thing, because they're very discriminatory towards people who can't use magic.
What would you rate it?
I would rate it, truthfully, probably A. Bottom of A. Truthfully, I absolutely love it. It's very funny. It's very lively. It's very, very comedic and serious at the same time. So like, I like me some comedy anyway. So
gotcha.
Honestly, from your description alone, like it sounds like hella. It sounds amazing. Like like. Oh, yeah. It's already for me. I like that comedic / action type of vibe.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Because it's interesting. Because he tries to topple magic with pure physical force. Like that's why I say apply it to Black Clover.
Like Asta was at first with that giant ass sword, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Baka, your next.
Shit. I'm in between two, but I'll go with Tokyo Revengers. So that was great this year. I think it caught everybody by surprise. Like it caught me by surprise. I was like, oh shit, like what is this? And then it made me read the manga, and I went on a binge, and then
I'm caught up.
Amazing on this final arc. I mean, I don't know if what's going on. Like I ended up dropping it because I was just like, it was just this. I'm just not like this final arc is just not hitting. Like,
Tokyo Revengers. Spoiler. Do you feel like it's kind of be repetitive type thing, and like why are we doing this type vibe?
You kind of could have been what you were saying.
I was saying, do you feel like it's kind of like what are we doing? Like why are we still trying to save Mikey type vibe type thing for the last arc?
Yeah, and a bit more of a why we're trying to save Mikey. It's kind of reusing the trope, when who like dies, and like just like I just felt like I feel like it's as if it's just another repetitive arc that's trying to use the same premise instead of trying to be like, okay, let me say it like this. I realized that there wasn't really a story that was being built up. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to sort of all climax. Like, I feel like we've been through the climax.
Right.
We've gotten rid of, whatever. And now it's sort of this dead end where, like, I don't know. It just feels.
I feel like we could have ended this series after the last arc.
I think when that car truck hit, like that person, it should have just been done. Like I was like, okay, like yes, like finally, like
let's wrap it up.
That was the goal.
Everybody gets the happy life, and maybe
right.
Mikey
and exactly. But because of that, because again, I still love the 90% of the entire.
About the series entirely.
Well, as in like I haven't kept up.
Oh.
The last time I read a chapter was in early November.
I read one right before we copped on this pod. That's fun.
Okay.
Like 238 or something like that, 239, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, right. So for me, I definitely put it in A. If it wasn't for this final arc, I think I would have put it in S. But if not, it's in A. Yeah, it's an A. It's like I still have high regards for it. I'm still, for me, it was I think my favorite anime from last year. Like anime alone, like that shit was spectacular, you know. But yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I agree with the whole aspect of like, okay, this art kind of like repetitive, but I feel like they're kind of setting up in a way for like, because I know at some point Takemichi was like his dream was to kind of like surpass Mikey and become the leader of Tomen. But I guess since they disbanded or whatever, and he kind of want to save Mikey, I guess him saving Mikey and like currently where he's at, because he's like, trying to create his own group.
Right.
I think they're trying to lead it up to where he can still surpass Mikey, and then that's probably how they're going to end it. Like they're probably trying to get like a basic kind of shonen ending. Everyone gets their well-deserved peace in life or something like that.
Right.
What would you rate it?
Truthfully, I'm loving it. I would say S. It's kind of like in this whole standstill at the moment, but I do agree with the whole repetitive thing and all that stuff. Because I low-key was debating to put in an A with you after that, but like I'll still put an S, but like at bottom of S. Then yeah.
Totally valid.
And y'all got me conflicted because I see everything saying, but now I'm thinking about all the hype moments.
Yeah.
I would say I'm gonna get my rating. I'm gonna get my explanation. I'm gonna say top of 8. Top of 8. I think I dropped the series the first time in the anime. The start isn't slow, but it is a little whatever to get you into it.
Yeah.
I think you can make an argument for the repetitiveness of these arcs. You can question your main character's decision making. I guess you can in any series, but it's like I feel like we really could have ended it last series. And it's like I feel like what Baka says is gonna happen with this is like every time's gonna get wrapped up. But I really truthfully feel like the last like about 7, 8 chapters I've been reading have been very standstillish. I mean, Takemichi just did get the shit beat out of him. So I get that why.
Again, I'm kidding.
But overall, I'm not saying it can't go up. I would say top of 8, like above Demon Slayer. Top of 8 for me.
To be fair, maybe the like just the finale of the actual series, like the final few chapters, might be just so spectacular to that,
Yeah, like,
be like, oh,
like,
you know what, they deserve.
I'm really pulling the hairs at this point because I'm like, I don't want to paint our S and A and stuff like that. So I'm really just nitpicking at this point. But I think this is our fair criticism, whatever. Who that?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Okay. It's my go, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with something I see a lot of people enjoy. I don't enjoy that much. I dropped it in like start season 2. Fire Force. I don't think Fire Force is that good.
Go off, bro. Go off. Okay, I'm sorry. Go off.
I think it's a generic shonen. I think it's nothing really special about it. The fan service is actually super annoying because it comes in the middle of the most impactful times. I think I honestly would have rather a story about real firefighters in this shit. I think Fire Force is probably one of the worst in the gens.
Bottom fee.
I mean,
you can go Rasheed.
Go ahead.
She's a little antsy about this one. This one of his shows.
Shit, my bad. We were
No. It's actually not one of my shows. I can't really say much for it because truthfully, just like Genjo said, I also dropped it off.
Oh,
in the beginning of season 2.
Oh shit! Okay.
I
was getting you. I'm gonna be honest. I might even put it. No, I'm going D. I'm going D. I'm going D. D for dog.
Okay. I mean, like for me again, like I dropped it too. So just like you guys, I was so disappointed because everybody hyped it up, but I can't deny that the fight scenes are dope. Like that's the one thing I can't deny. So I like D for those fight scenes. I'd be like, maybe we're being too toxic,
Yeah, and
I think Rashawn likes it. He probably would push.
I think so too, but I'm gonna try to pick up the manga. Everyone's told me, okay,
manga. They're like Joker's amazing. He's the one that makes the villains. I'm just like, right. You really care. I'm gonna be honest.
He said nobody cared.
I'm gonna be honest. I struggled to even get through the 12. I'm going D. I struggled to get through the first season.
Hey, bro, if that's how you feel, to be honest, go for it. Cause like
What about you?
it didn't hit for me either.
Truthfully, I would say. Okay, I'll say C. Yeah. C. I could say C mainly because I actually finished Promise Neverland.
I don't give. I'm gonna go. Yeah. All right, Baka, what you feeling? What's your synopsis of Fire Force 2?
At first, I was gonna say B to be charitable. But if I'm really going off of like, bro, I like you said, bro, the fan service was just so random, like just out of nowhere, and it'd be like the craziest shit.
I feel
Shorty,
like Fire Force is
fell and dropped.
I feel like Fire Force, like Demon Slayer, the comparison is that it's a
Yeah.
show that you're not supposed to think that much. Like you're just supposed to watch
Right.
it and not like be like, oh, like this is what I like about this is good, this is bad. So I'll give it that. Like maybe it's like fun action, but for me, compared to all the other things, still D. But my bad to cut you off.
No, because I totally agree with it. Like compared to the other new gens, like I don't think it holds up to it. Because like if you're doing do something for enjoyment, at least like not have some substance, but like the fight scene is only gonna be 5 minutes of the entire episode. Like shit needs to be at least good enough to
Be like a solo
entertain
level.
the rest, you know.
Be like a solo level. Be like a solo level.
I honestly I didn't read or watch. So
okay. I'm saying so.
But
only action, but like if it's gonna be only action, commit to only action. That's what I mean by that.
Oh,
yeah. If it's not gonna be like substance.
No,
I
like
that. Yeah.
By that.
Yeah. So what you feeling about this?
I mean, I wouldn't mind putting it like C, to be honest.
Okay.
And I love Soul Eater. Soul Eater is my shit. Soul Eater is so good, but this compared to Soul Eater, I'm like, bro, like what happened, you know?
Right. Okay, Rashid, it's your go.
All right, let's you know what? Let's talk about Blue Lock.
I put him on.
I'm excited for this one.
Oh, I'm super excited. I literally completely just caught up. I think a few chapters came out. I haven't read like 2, probably 3.
It's gonna be the best sports anime.
Honestly, yes, it's gonna be the best. It's gonna take over Haikyuu. I don't care what people say. That's gonna be better than Haikyuu. That's all it is.
I said I was excited, but I didn't read it.
It just needs it got packed up by Nappa, right?
I think so.
If it did, that's and easy because I would say maybe it wouldn't be big as Haikyuu because of exposure, but if it got picked up by Mappa and Crunchyroll puts it on this list, it's gonna do numbers, bro.
I mean, I don't think it's Mappa, to be honest.
I forgot who.
Mappa only took.
Somebody picked it up because it's coming out in the spring, I think. So that's all that matters.
Yeah,
and it's popular too, you know.
Yeah. So what you think, Rashid?
I'm putting the S. I can't wait for a lot of scenes to be animated in that because for sports anime to feel like I'm watching an action anime, that makes no sense. And plus, like the art within the manga is absolutely amazing.
The art is amazing.
It looks gorgeous.
The world building is great because you have all these different countries competing. You have a great main character.
World building.
Like real world building.
Yeah. But that's dope. Like that's so rare to find out in the sports anime. They never do that, you know.
You get to see them go to the Olympics. You get to see these different countries and their schemes of like how just I feel like in real life you do have like the people at the top betting on who's gonna win and trying to get like that. I know that happens. So it's like a little human aspect. Then you have like the main character is a G. He had the normal shonen come up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't know where in S, but I'm going S too. I don't know where it is, but maybe bottom.
Y'all are building the hype up for me for this. I need this ASAP.
Maybe the bottom
because
it's not like a fighting, so maybe that might turn some people off. But whatever.
No, it's based off of your preferences. You know what I mean? Like, if they have a problem, just they can drop their list in the comments or whatever. You know.
Facts. Anyway, Baka, your
go. Shit. I'll go with a classroom assassination.
Oh, that's a new
assassination classroom.
I don't even know it's a new gen, but I guess it's here.
I mean, I think it's like borderline new gen. I mean, if they put My Hero Academia, you know.
Yeah, My Hero Academia is pretty old, like 10 years.
Yeah, that's like 8 years. 2014 or something.
Like 8, 9
years. 8 years almost.
Yeah. All right, so
but I mean, I didn't read the manga, I only watched the anime, but I fucking loved the anime, man. That shit was just so good. I love how like the story wasn't obvious from the jump, like in the sense like the mystery behind what he was and everything. And then I think it just evolved well. The action was lit too, but it had that slice of life aspect with like the
Bro,
whole
I
high
love
school
how like
class and shit.
they reference different series, mad
Yo,
funny. It was just like
it
it was mad
no
enjoyable.
go ahead, go ahead.
It was just a mad enjoyable series. The ending had me
Mhm.
teared up.
2014.
Oh, the ending,
Bro.
bro. Yeah, I turned up too. I'm not even gonna cap.
So Maka, what you feeling? What you rating at? What you feel?
I'd be down to put it S, just because of like that's one I fuck with. But if not, like high A S or just A period. But like, I'd say S. I'd say S.
What you?
Session in the classroom. I'll put it top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, I don't know about S mainly because mainly because that kind of wasn't my genre. Yeah, there was action and all that stuff, which was in my genre or whatever, what I'm used to. But there was probably some aspects.
Slice of life. There was
some aspects that kind of flew over my head just because then when I started it, I wasn't really into all that. So it probably just flew over my head besides all the important pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably say top of A, but
I'm gonna say like A, but like behind Demon Slayer, like type A right there.
Yeah.
As far as like a shonen new gen tier list, it doesn't meet the standards I think of like because it's a lot more slice of life, going to school, shoujo, with some romance going on, some home life things. I think it might have a lot more depth than some of these maybe shows in like another shows in A and S. But I think as far as like we're talking about shonen, I don't think it's S shonen. It might be an S series though. So I'm gonna go behind like Demon Slayer and stuff.
No, that's fair.
Still really good show though, and like 40 episodes. You can get through that like maybe like 2 weeks, a month, or something like that.
It's so short. Short.
You can binge that easy. It's on Hulu. It's not a sponsorship, but just saying. All right,
get the Hulu bag.
Hey man, get the bag. Hey, I'm gonna go with. Isn't that World Trigger, right?
Yeah, that's World Trigger.
World Trigger.
A slept on series. Great world building. Mad fun. Mad entertaining. It is underrated, under the radar. I think a lot of people haven't watched it. I haven't read it. I just been watching it on Crunchyroll. I'm gonna say bottom of B, man. I think it's really good. I don't think it's really, really good, but it's pretty fun and enjoyable. I think anybody should try it out.
I have not watched it, so.
Me neither.
Okay, good thing I was fair because I wouldn't be like S because nobody else has seen it. But it's a really good pickup, y'all. I really think I should watch it. It's on Crunchyroll. It's really easy to watch.
Definitely. I've only heard good things about it too. I've never seen slander about it or anything like that. To be honest.
Got you. Rashid.
Spy X Family.
Okay.
Hey, looking forward to that.
Honestly,
to that anime.
I am. I'm not caught up in the manga whatsoever. It's been a minute since I read it. Truthfully, it's not that I dropped it or anything like that. It's just I haven't gotten back to it in a minute.
For sure. Yeah.
So honestly, it's super interesting. It's literally a fake. Okay, the main character, spy, he created a fake family. One's a like assassin. Like the wife, the pretend wife. The pretend daughter is literally a sidekick. And the dog is also sort of is super intelligent, like an enhanced dog.
He's on some what's that? Brian.
Yeah,
Family
he's on
Guy.
some Brian stuff. Yes.
All right. So would you rate it?
I would rate it A. Truthfully, I definitely need to go catch up and all that stuff. It's super amazing. There is a lot of action, but it is some comedic properties, very like, I guess, slice of life sort of, and in its own aspect, you could say, mainly because, but it's mad interesting. I just can't really put it into words, but it's interesting, very interesting.
Okay.
You mentioned, yeah.
I've only read 10 chapters, so I don't have enough to rate it. What about Chewbacca?
I mean, I haven't read it yet, but I want to rate it ish in a sense out of anything and everything that's been recommended to me last year. Spy Family was constantly like I was bombarded whenever I would ask for recommendations. It would only be Spy Family now. So I'm like, okay, at that point, like even if I haven't read it, I'm like, yeah, I know it's one of the good ones, you know. And then even the trailer for that anime looked amazing, and I can't like that one's starting soon. I think it's starting in spring, like it's one of the early ones, you know. So I can't wait to start that. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah.
I might just wait. I'm 10 chapters in, but I'm not that far. I might just wait for the anime.
That's what I told myself too. Like I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait for that.
Because I already spoiled myself on Chainsaw Man whenever that drops. So it's like
you spoiled? No way. What do you mean? Oh, wait.
Like I've already read. Like I know some people have been like that read Chainsaw Man was like, oh, I'm not gonna read it because I'm gonna wait for the anime type vibe. But I was like, I can't wait. It's too fire.
It's I know.
Where did you have it in A though? Where did you have it in A though?
Right behind. Just at the bottom. I was gonna say probably behind Assassination and Classroom, but I like the other 3 series more. That's why I X-Men, to be honest.
Got you.
Yeah,
Manga, it's your go, brother.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to figure out, should I slander a series or should I just
slander
choose one that I enjoyed? I slander. Let's take My Hero Academia. Put that shit in D. No, I'm kidding. My Hero Academia. I would put it in. Okay, so you guys can definitely rate it higher than me, and I will have no objection, I swear. But for me, I'll put it in B. Like, yeah, I'll put it in B. I'll probably even put it behind Boruto or like maybe like right before it, but I wouldn't mind afterwards. After it, I don't know. Like when it first started, like I was really into it. I was keeping up with it.
You anime only, right? Anime only.
No. I was reading it. No. So I didn't start off reading it. I started off with the anime, but then as I was watching the anime, I then went back to the manga as well for a bit. But then I stopped. Like shit dropped, and like I don't know. It just wasn't captivating. Like I can't tell you like one aspect. I was like, oh yeah, this is the reason why. I think I just wasn't captivated anymore with the story, and like it just doesn't hit as much, you know. So yeah, for me to be, but I'm not saying it's bad either. Like it's not trash, you know.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What you feel?
I would say, truthfully to me, at the top of A, like with maybe behind or in front of Tokyo Revengers or somewhere in S. Either one. To be honest, I'm completely caught up with the manga. I kind of let some few chapters pass so I can binge read it some more because I understand what you mean by like it gets uncaptivating because there is moments within the series that just I don't give a shit. Can we move on? Like
Class 1A versus Class 1B.
Yeah, I didn't care. Maybe there was only one important thing like involved in that. Yeah, without spoiling, it was only one important thing involved with that. Other than that, it literally was just Class 1A versus 1B. That's boring. Yeah. But
I will say, oh my God, go ahead.
Oh no, but I mean they do have their moments. It does definitely get way much better after that. Like at this moment, it's on a constant train move of captivation. But yeah, I mean
that this league of villains or whatever they're called, like I'm not gonna lie, like when the chapter drops, sometimes I go and just like read a random chapter, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The designs are crazy.
Yeah.
Was it Shigaraki is crazy. Fucking, and then that. Oh wait, I don't want to spoil, but that American Hero, like Star and Stripes, like yeah. I read that when it dropped, and I was like, hey yo, this is kind of peak. You know what I mean? I was like, this is kind of peak. You know? Oh man.
All right. I guess my rating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go A. I think My Hero is really good. It's a really good gateway series. I think it's really enjoyable, fun. I'm not like complete. I'm like maybe like 80 chapters behind the latest chapter. I'm a bit about, but like everything after like what just happened, like what happened in the anime, it's crazy. We're in a crazy war. People leaving school. I think it has some of the best story building. Don't know how some people get confused about Bakugo, but
we've had that discussion.
But I think that it's a really good gateway anime. Again, I think it's gonna be probably like one of the pillars of this gen once it's all said and done, as far as like Like no, like I look at My Hero, I don't know why I see Naruto a lot. I'd be like, yeah, I see.
It has that underdog struggle story, where you're like, oh, Deku, like I want you to win,
So I would say A, but I would say behind Tokyo Revengers because I like Tokyo Revengers because it's more like adult themed for me. But I would say before like in front of Demon Slayer.
That's controversial. If you were to say that on Twitter, you'd have like a whole thread of people going to war, like back and forth.
I mean, I ain't trying to be this guy, but like My Hero has like a whole 5 seasons. Demon Slayer's 1 and like 3/4. So like, why are we even?
Yeah.
I would say the Stain arc is better than anything that's happened in Demon Slayer anime, at least. I would say the war is better than anything that's happened in Demon Slayer. I would say spoiled Deku leaving UA is one of the most plot twisting things that's gonna happen. Overall, it's a better show and series.
Damn, you're spicy.
I don't think that's a hot take though. Like I think that's like a
I think that's a hot take. I think Demon Slayer is way more popular.
No, more popular.
Yeah, more popular than
it's
probably as popular. Probably their popularity almost like the same, but truthfully, I kind of could see My Hero being a better show than Demon Slayer, mainly because like I cannot stress it enough. It's Demon Slayer overall. It's simple.
My Hero, I mean, My Hero villains is better. Like maybe Dobby is better than the freaking final boss in Demon Slayer, like Michael Jackson.
Hey, that's a hella spicy.
Rocky's taking craps on Muzan. Am I lying?
Okay, maybe.
Not as far as fighting.
Shigaraki is cold.
As a character, yes, because the only thing Muzan really wanted was to conquer the sun.
Okay. Again, no spoilers because I mean, no, I've been spoiled the ending, what happens with Tanjiro and everything, but yeah, I've been.
My bad, but that's like his.
That's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Who go? Oh, it's my go now. I'm gonna go with a series I love, but I probably won't rank it that high. I love me some Dr. Stone. I do.
Okay, go on.
I think I like the aspect of it being Stone. I can't wait. The manga's ending soon. When the manga ends, I'm just gonna go and binge, whatever. But when I look at these list of heavy hitters, I can't do anything but put it at the top of C. Season 2 was really meh. I thought season 1 was pretty damn good. Like season 1 was probably like A to B tier. Season 2 was meh. And I just hope we don't get a thing where we just keep bringing the season back and it's like we don't have any real problems. But I should go read the manga. But it's like I feel like this series shouldn't be a series that's this long, but the manga is like pushing 200 chapters, I think. And I don't know how much they can do with it. So I'm gonna say top of C. I really do love Dr. Stone though, but objectively comparing it to everything else, I think it's top of C.
Yeah, truthfully, I also don't know where the manga is. I think because a lot of my friends was hyping me up for season 2 and all that stuff.
And it was disappointing.
Truthfully, it was when it was because I just waited for season 2 to be animated or whatever, but they didn't make it as hype as it was. The main thing they sold to me was like, oh, they spoiled me about they make a tank, and I was like, what? How? So I was super curious about that, but when it came around, they didn't. A, it was really used as a scare factor, and B, it wasn't like
it's anticlimactic because they never really even fought. I know it's not a fighting series, but it's like you built up this big war and we're seeing you take down this creature, so it's like it was kind of disheartening. So I would say top of C for me.
I would also top of C, bottom B. Either but I'm cool with top of C.
I'm definitely not gonna disagree because I dropped it season 1. Well, I was reading the manga, but around that time, and it was just like, it's not that I didn't like it. It was also at a point where I got really busy in life. Like I started university and everything. Yeah. So I had way less time. But I dropped it, and for me, the only reason why I have so much respect for Dr. Stone is because Boichi's art, for me, I'm he's one of my favorite mangaka artists.
He was crazy.
Exactly. But even for me, you guys have, you guys know the Ace story for One Piece, right? He's the one who drew it, and I'm I read the Ace story, and I'm that's even way more captivating than Dr. Stone in terms of a story. You know what I mean? And I'm maybe Boichi's strong suit isn't writing a story. Maybe it's more drawing it, which is fine. There's a lot of, So I'm so I just agree with you guys. Once the series ends, I think I'm gonna go and binge it. get a binge Doctor Stone, but I have no interest to go back to it right now.
Like if when season 3 comes out, it'll be like I'll watch, but like I'm not like being because I do enjoy it. It's just like so.
And it's not bad. It's not bad. You know. Yeah. I'd agree with C. I'd agree with C.
Okay. Can I say top of C?
Yeah, top of C.
That's cool. That's because you said bottom of B, so it's fringe. Because I said Fire Force Promise Neverland with D. So all right, your go. I don't know this one. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I only recognize one of them now.
I only recognize two: 2 Year Eternity and Haikyuu.
I've never did 2 Year Eternity, and I don't know the other ones.
I don't know these.
Just Haikyuu is the orange one.
Yeah,
it's hard to see.
I'll do Haikyuu. The other 3 I have actually not watched.
Okay,
but I do.
All right.
Yeah, all right. I'll do Haikyuu. Me personally, I watched. I'm pure anime for Haikyuu. So I don't know anything that happens in the manga or anything like that, or what's to be expected or whatnot. But I actually dropped the show after season 2, and I kind of like when season 3 came out and everyone was talking about season 3. I was kind of trying to go back, but I didn't even have really anything that I was prioritizing over Haikyuu, but I just couldn't find it in me to just go back and watch it. Overall, I don't think it's bad or anything like that, but truthfully, I'll say B. B or B or C. Truthfully, actually, I'm going.
He wants to be toxic. Be toxic.
Yeah, I'm going with C. Truthfully, Haikyuu is all right. It's good and whatnot. But
my thing, what makes Haikyuu like more or less of a series than Demon Slayer? Like, they're both kind of just simplistic. The only thing is like one's volleyball, one's like fighting. That's the only thing for me. It's like,
yeah, I could understand that. They are very simplistic, and I'm not going. I love simple things. That's why I'm saying Haikyuu. I'm not trying to say Haikyuu is trash or you shouldn't watch it or anything like that. Overall, I think it's a good show. It's just not for me,
right. No,
specifically. Yeah.
No, I was just asking.
Yeah.
What about you, Baka?
I mean, I feel similarly in the sense. I mean, when I first tried the Haikyuu, I didn't follow through. I think I watched a few episodes. I was like, "No, I'm good." And then, like a few months later, I fell in love with it. But I only watched it to I think the 3rd season because I think there's 4 seasons in total right now.
I think
there's gonna be a 5th one.
Maybe 5.
Okay, 5. Okay, yeah. But I stopped at the 3rd one, and it wasn't because I didn't like hear anything. It was just like. It was the 3rd one, and I was like, I just never went back to it. But I enjoyed it. Like, it was really enjoyable. Like, it's a fun anime, but it's kind of like just that. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's like it's like straight up. It's very good. It does what it does, but I don't like. For me, I'd put it in D as well. To be honest, like high B or low A, just because it's all around good quality anime. But it's nothing more than that. Like, it's really nothing more than just.
I would say I put this take on a minute ago. We might not even been knowing each other yet, but I said Haikyuu is going to be the king of the demographic. I didn't express this because I want to clickbait, but I said the king of shonen, and what I mean by that is going to be the king of bringing the female audience of shonen because. Like, I'm gonna tell the story. Argap, he was trying to put on. I think he said his sister to anime. She didn't like Naruto, but when she saw Haikyuu, she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so much better." I think Haikyuu does have the pull of getting somebody who's not into the anime sphere into something that's grounded because it is simple and it isn't like even Demon Slayer could maybe even turn some people off because it has a little gore the first episode, demons, etc. Maybe whatever. I think Haikyuu is a universal show. You could probably put it on in front of anybody. It also has volleyball in it. It hasn't gotten a lot of people into volleyball that I know. I think it's a good show. I probably would say like top of B. Top of B. For me.
Yeah.
What'd you say? I
said C, but I'm fine with B. Like I said B and C in the beginning, but I kind of just dumbed it down and just did a straight answer because I didn't want to do a confusing one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And even to the viewers, like B is a good standard. Like that's like it's a good anime. It's like
Got you. So we got To Your Eternity. Have you seen To Your Eternity, Baka?
Nah. I mean, To Your Eternity?
Yeah.
It's a movie, right? No, never mind. I
It's
think it's something else.
It came out last winter, I think. It's pretty new.
Nah.
Man, it is a tragic fest. It is something crazy going on every episode. Like, it's just like, oh my gosh. It's traumatic. It follows the story like a person is an orb and they take on different forms. And basically, each life gets worse and worse and worse. And it's like, there's not really a main character. The main character is like the new world type thing. So, I would probably say like, for me, I'd probably say like top of C, like by Dr. Stone. Like them and Dr. Stone is neutral for me. And nobody else will watch it, so I'm just gonna put it there.
All right.
Like they're right here. So since we finished the tier list, we have enough time. We can go through and like over them and discuss them since we have more time than I expected.
So no one knows what.
Well, even before we do that, I think there's one series that's obviously not included because I guess it's different, but that obviously would outrank them all, and it's slime isekai. You know,
the time I
got reincarnated as slime.
Yeah. That shit is just gas. I just needed to add that.
I agree. I haven't asked probably.
I am low-key disappointed with certain parts of the animation or like the sounding of certain
sound,
yeah, because the sound cues sound super repetitive for every I'm pretty sure it's the same for almost every attack, which bothers.
Yeah, 100%. I totally. That's why, like, even all the Fate series, like after Night and Day, I think I was just like, they use that sound effect for everything, and I was just like,
basically. All right, we can get to these rankings. C, we can go to C for anybody advocate for anything in C being the top. Fire for like, any problems with C?
Not for me.
No, I think that's good. Yeah. I think that's good. Yeah.
What about B? I probably would move Boruto down, to be honest, to like bottom of B.
I would also move Boruto down because I like Platinum Man more than Boruto.
I would definitely move. I would definitely move Boruto all the way down to D. No, I'm kidding. Just down to B.
Yeah. What about? All right, let's get into A. Anybody got any A problems? Like something a little higher, lower?
No.
I think that that's good right there.
Okay. All right, S.
S.
All right, S. I probably would have Black Clover at the bottom for me.
No, really? I mean, compared to what's in there, then yes, I also would put it at the bottom of B because I think they do. I mean, not S. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. Any more?
Honestly, I would put JJK over Bob Psycho, but that's just me pushing the JJK agenda. You know what I mean?
I was low key thinking the same thing. I was actually just about to say that. I was kind of feeling that.
Hey.
So, what about Mob or Blue Lock? For me and Rishi, I know you have it.
I'll probably put Mob before.
Yeah, I would say. All right, so Chainsaw Man, JJK.
Oof.
That's tough. That is
tough. Because I'm kind of a gore person, so I'm all down for that. So like that already there sets the difference. To be honest, in my opinion, the whole reason why I even started watching Berserk. So.
Oh really? No way.
Yeah.
That's dope. No, that's dope. No, yeah, me too. I'm down to have Chainsaw Man number 1. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that gore shit.
Our tier list. I think we have did it fair. I think maybe some Demon Slayer fans will be mad. Some Boruto fans will be mad. Maybe some.
They're gonna beat our ass.
Oh yeah. Facts. So end it out. Baka, I really appreciate you coming through. And Rashawn, I know he had to leave, but I appreciate you coming through. By the time this comes out, this will be your second video on the channel. So before we get out of here,
sir.
Plug your stuff, man.
Man, follow me on Instagram at LightSkinBaka, on Twitter at your boy ACV. I run up my music on Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever. Just search up ACV and you'll find it. You know what I mean?
Got you. I appreciate you.
And of course, thank you for having me.
I appreciate you for coming through. So again, you can follow us at Anime Again Show on TikTok, Anime Again Show on Twitter, Anime Again Show Instagram, Anime Again Show all podcasts and platforms, and subscribe to the YouTube. We trying to push the agenda. Also follow Rashid at IG.lens for his photography page, his main Instagram RNC Dark, and his Twitch RNC Dark. If for all Twitching games, Demon Slayer, what else? Apex,
Demon Slayer, Apex, Halo. I just started a playthrough on Ori like this Monday, so there's that. So a lot of shooters.
Run that up.
Main genre I play. So,
5 Eastern time, right?
Yeah, 5.
Monday and Friday.
Monday and Friday is 5 Eastern.
Got you.
Hey.
Go follow Rashawn and his podcast, RGAP2, any podcasting platforms. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Comment down below. Who's too high? Who's too low? We tripping? We bugging? Let us know in the comments, man. We are out. Have a good day. Stay safe. Peace.
Peace.
We used to play.